Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm gonna be playing some more Rayman Legends. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Now, whenever I finish up this little hand guy that I've been working on, I'll just end the series there, because honestly, judging by how long the rest of it took me to finish up this one fight. Honestly, I don't think I'll try and finish up the last painting set on camera. Maybe I will off camera. Maybe I will. But yeah, I just would have to collect at least over 130 different at least 130 different teensies, and that would just take way too long in a reasonable time frame. So yeah, let's just try and finish up this level right here. To try and get closer to finishing up the series. All right. All I know I gotta do is just finish up that hand guy. Then just try and I guess get to the last level and finish that up. I'm not even gonna attempt the last painting, like I've already mentioned. So yeah, might as well just end the series after these last two levels. So yeah, might as well just do that for simplicity's sake. Yeah, I'm not used to this level. I haven't played the game since the last time I made a video on it, or at least around that time, anyways. Yeah. I need to learn the layout of this map, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot. Yeah, I just gotta try and look out for whatever I can do. Yeah, I just gotta... I don't know how I'm gonna get past that little bounce pad thing, if I'm being honest. There we go. Let's just try and see what I can do. Yeah, I'm kind of like out of the groove of this game, if I'm being honest, if you couldn't already tell, judging by how poor I'm doing. So yeah. Yeah, let's just skip that teensy. Because might as well just try and gain one later on. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over. Yeah, I just need to try and take out this hand guy already, with all my might. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta try and, get some good overhead shots, of the, hand. Especially some behind shots and middle shots, too. Crap, I failed. Well, at least I, will be back here. Since that was a checkpoint. But either way, let's just try and do whatever I can to take out this hand guy. Okay. I'm doing a lot better, I think. Yeah, I just need to try and take out as much of those black pellet things as possible. Okay, I'm doing a lot better here. Yeah, I screwed myself over. Okay. Let's just try and deal as much damage as possible. Yeah, I need to just do that. Let's just charge up a punch. Crap, I meant to charge it up, not, do that. Okay. Let's just do this. Yeah, I gotta try and jump around this thing. I gotta just avoid it like it's no other. That's the main thing I know I gotta do. Crap! I screwed myself over. Man, I just gotta get this swing of things, if I'm being honest. That's the one thing I know I gotta do the most of, in this fight. Yeah, let's just run over here to try and grab this heart. I don't know what I can do, if I'm being honest. I just gotta get back into the groove. Yeah, I'm kind of screwing myself over. Okay, that dealt a big portion of those one things. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta get back into the groove of Rayman Legends. So that way I can actually try and take out this thing with some new added skills of gaming that I have. Okay. No, I failed. I gotta keep an eye on Rayman, too. Okay, let's just see what I can do against this hand. Alright. I just gotta try and take out the remaining of those black things. Alright. Let's just see what I can do here. I think I might be able to beat it this attempt if I'm lucky. And, you know, don't fall into that pit. Okay. There we go! I beat it! Oh my god. I know that there should be other phases too, if I got it correct. Yeah, I failed. Yeah, I gotta just try and ground pound that. Let's just see where I can go from here. Yeah, I failed. I was trying to go for that teensy, but, you know, I kind of lost sight of where I was heading. Okay, let's just grab that teensy. Alright, let's just try and see where I can go. And try and take out more of these black fuzzy things. Alright, let's just see what I can do. To try and take out more of them. This should be a relatively easier phase, since I should have more opportunities to move around. And also deal more damage, you know, to these one fuzzy things. Okay, I need to grab this heart. Okay, there we go. That's close to one of them down. There we go, that's one of them down. Now I need to just take out this other one. You know, so that way I can, you know, try and take out more of the phases. Alright. I'm gonna wait for this thing to come back up. I just gotta try and take out one more of these things. And that should be done with this entire fight. Wait, no, just this phase. Alright. Let's just see what I can do here. Yeah, I gotta just try and be more careful. Alright. Let's just see what I can do here. Alright. There we go. Now let's just try and get to the next segment of the fight. Okay. Now let's try and beat the last phase of this fight. Well, at least that didn't send me back to that one phase. You know, so that mostly because that would have kind of sucked if I had to be sent back. Alright. I gotta be extra careful with what I do and how I go about things. Since this is pretty much one of the furthest points I've ever made it in this fight. So yeah. Well, that sucked. Let's just try this again. I wish that I could get, like, heart pieces, you know, from those teensies. That's something I wish I could get here, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's just make it through again. This is going to be a lot of trial and error for me, just to get back into the swing of things. You know, so, yeah. Let's just try and free that teensy, so that way I could get at least 2, from this level. Yeah, I gotta just try and be extra careful here. Yeah, that pig is gonna be extra painful for me to deal with. Yeah, let's just try and get back to where I was. let's just ground pound these pigs. Yeah, I gotta be extra. No, I failed. I couldn't get. I was so close. I couldn't get to where I needed to go. It was right at the end too that I failed. Yeah, if only I could get heart pieces, like extra heart pieces, then I would be able to survive better. Man, I need an extra heart piece. That way I could have actually ended up making it to the final phase. You know, let's just keep going and just try and make it through. Yeah, I'm kind of screwing myself over. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's just try and see what I can do with this. Yeah, this is kind of screwy. Let's just try and, I guess, do this punch. Never mind, I'm gonna have to stay on the right. Here we go. That took out a large portion of those fuzzy things. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to Rayman because of that guy being so big. There we go. That took out a lot of them, I think. Okay. I gotta just try and charge up the punches. You know, since that is the best way to deal damage right now. Now. Yeah, that dealt out a lot of damage. Okay, let's just fly over here. So that way I could, you know, at least deal somewhat damage. I need to just try and get rid of the fingers most. Okay, let's just wait for him to come back over here. I need to try and take out as many of these weird fuzzball things as possible. Crap. Yeah, I just need to take out a little bit more. And I failed. Maybe this attempt I can win. Maybe. Hopefully. I just hope I can anyways. Yeah, that, just a few punches managed to take out, all of that. So yeah, if I grab this heart, maybe I should be able to, take out the rest of its health. No! Man, I got distracted a little bit. Okay, let's just try and take out more of its health already. So that way I can, you know, do whatever I can to take it out. Alright, I'm pretty close to the end of the fight already. Crap! I didn't mean to launch myself off the platform like I did. Alright, let's just try and keep going. Alright. There we go. That dealt some pretty big damage. Yeah, might as well just have done that. Okay, I need to try and focus on taking out, like, big damage. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, that dealt some minimum damage, if anything. Okay, that dealt pretty big damage. Yeah, that dealt some pretty big damage right there. Crap! Yeah, I don't know how well I'm gonna do in this phase, since I'm not good with the bounce pad things. You know? Okay. Yeah, might as well have just fallen. Since I couldn't make it to the pig in time. Okay, let's just try and take out more of these fuzzballs. Yeah, I gotta just try and take out, more fuzzballs, if anything. You know, so that way it can have, as much damage off on this thing as possible. Yeah, that sucked. Alright, let's just try and do as much as I can. Man, this fight is brutal. Oh my god, this phase is easily the most brutal out of all of them. You know, at least I managed to get past the other phases with relative ease. This phase, oh my god, it's so difficult. Okay, let's just see what I can do here. Let's just try and take out as many of these buzzballs as possible. Yeah, I meant to, you know, jump on the pig. But I was a little too far back for that. Okay, let's just try and see what I can do against this thing. Maybe I can win this phase. Yeah, I gotta just try and use the blue fist from now on. You know, for maximum damage. Okay, let's just see what I can do here. I'm not even gonna focus on the red fists, since that's easily the worst option right now. You know, for pretty obvious reasons, since that's pretty much essentially what got me killed on a lot of these other attempts. Okay, let's just try and do whatever I can to deal damage. Okay, I'm getting pretty close to the end now, I can feel it. Crap, I got so close to the end. Alright, let's just see what I can do here. Man, I just really want to beat this boss already. So that way I can actually move on with the rest of the game. You know, that's easily the one thing I know I'm going to do the most of. Just trying to, you know, move on with the last set of levels. Okay, that screwed me over by trying to go for that part. Okay. Let's just see what I can do here. Yeah, the main thing I know I want to take out is just the hands. Since those are easily the biggest threat. Yeah, the hands are easily the biggest threat. Okay, that's one of the hands gone. Well, if I had just focused on, you know, doing this sooner. Okay. Let's try out this strategy. Fire punch first, then blue fists, for the rest of the fight. Okay. Let's just see what I can do here. Maybe I can win this attempt? Okay, let's just jump over now. Okay, I gotta keep an eye on Rayman as well. Just to keep myself safe, since Rayman is the only playable character right now. Okay, let's just try and get across, I guess. Okay, let's just try and see what I can do. Okay, let's just take out more of these black fuzzy things. So that way I can, you know, try and keep myself safe a little bit. There we go! Did I do it? Please say I did it. Oh my god, if I did it, I am so proud of myself. Please let that be the last phase. I think that's the last phase. Oh my god. I did it. Oh my god, I think that got me in tears. That straight up got me in tears. You do not know how long I was working on that one fight. Yeah, let's just try and take out this weird teensy guy. Now all I got is just one more level, and it's just a really easy music level. That's really good. Oh my god. I finally did it. Oh my god. I am straight up in tears right now. I've never had that much struggle with one boss on this channel in my life. You know, I've never had that much struggle in my life for any game. I don't think I have, and I don't think I ever will. Maybe that might change, but I hope it doesn't. Yeah, let's just see what I can do here. Okay, seems like this gives me teensies. Okay, let's just see what I can do. I want to try and go back to that music level. Since that's easily the one thing I know I can do. Just try and, take out that music level. Since that is pretty much the only level I have left for the series, that I wanted to do anyways. I know I promised, doing that one, painting, but for the entire playthrough, but I just don't think it's gonna be possible. Especially with how much difficulty I put into this game, like how much stress, sweat, and tears I put into this game, you know? But either way, let's just keep moving, and just hopefully this is the end of the level. Alright, let's skip this. Might as well, considering, you know, obvious reasons. So yeah, let's just try and get to the end of this. Man, all I got left is just the Dragon Slayer level. That's all I have left, for this entire series. And then I'm just completely done with it. I wasn't expecting all of this to be, like, done this video, or at least this recording. I wasn't expecting that, if I'm being honest. I was expecting to finish, Lego Marvel Superheroes first. You know, like, that's a series I expected to finish up first, over Rayman Legends. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about the teensies. So screw them, you know? Especially since I'm not even gonna try and attempt that one painting. Okay, let's just try and get out of here. Man, I am so close to the end of the game. All I gotta do is just get past this one music level. Okay. Let's just see what I can do here. Let's just try and get through, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting back into the groove of things. You know, at least for the most part. Especially since I beat that one boss I had so much struggle with, relatively easily. Sure, I gave it a lot of attempts, but still. Okay, there's only 3 teensies this level, so might as well screw them, you know? Since, that would be far too little for what I need for the next painting, if I ever wanted to go back and attempt that, you know? Since I mostly need, like, over, what, 100 of them? Yeah, I need to quit jumping too early. I need to learn how to process that better. Hey, I've been playing a lot of games without jumping, so can you blame me for wanting to get back into the groove of that? Yeah, let's just try and get through this level already. Okay. Let's just try and get through already. Yeah, I don't want to get touched by those fuzz balls already. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna have to, you know, launch this firework thing. Alright, let's just try and get rid of all of them. All these weird fuzz balls. Okay, let's just try and see what I can do. I don't know what song this is. It sounds familiar, but I just can't put my finger on it. You know? Like, it sounds vaguely familiar, if anything. Alright, let's just try and get through again, I guess. Okay, that's all the teensies of this level. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the fire anymore, I don't think. Okay, never mind, I do have to worry about a little bit of fire. Okay. I just have to time this a lot better than what I previously did. Okay. Let's just try and get through all this fire already. Wait, what? I'm kind of screwing myself over by not, you know, focusing properly. Yeah, I'm just really screwing myself over. You know, alright, let's just try and time this out correctly. Wait, what? Like, am I supposed to jump on those dragons? I don't know if I'm supposed to. but, you know, let's just try regardless. Okay, let's just... I'm screwing myself over, if anything, by not preparing properly. You know what? Let's just try and get past this. Okay. Wait. Oh, man. Okay, I gotta... Well, I think I was holding it in the wrong direction, if anything. The, you know, control stick. So let's just see what I can do here. Yeah, let's just try holding it this way since it doesn't slow me down any, you know, for the entire duration of this run. Okay, let's just see what I can do here. Okay, I gotta try and get past all of this. Hopefully this is the end of the level. Yeah, I gotta just try and make it past. Somehow. Yeah, let's just see what I can do. Man, I think that this took more attempts to beat than, you know, the Buzzball fight, if anything. So yeah, let's just try and get past all these dragons already and just make it to the end of the level. Wait, is this the end? Oh. Of course they're dragons. You know what? I'm not even mad. Or even aggravated. I'm just so happy and full of joy to be finally past that Buzzball, those Buzzball fights, that I just can't really be mad right now. If anything, I'm closer to be mad at myself than I am at the game. You know? Okay, there's layered dragons. So, that's something I gotta look out for. So let's just try and, I guess, get through here already. I already know how to get past the Hydra-looking fight already. Or at least a dash, since this isn't really a fight, if anything. Alright, there's layered dragons. So I can't be too risky with everything. Is that the end of the level? Please let it be the end of the level. Yep, it is. Oh my god. Whenever Rayman rocks out like that, that usually signifies the end of these levels. Oh my god. I'm finally done with the game. Oh my god. You do not know how much this makes me happy. Oh my god. I am so overflowed with emotions right now. Oh my god. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this series. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next series. Bye-bye.